laughing.
You're just laughing?
What?
Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? You're all right? Are you laughing or are you crying?
I'm laughing.
Okay.
Hey, it's good. I hope you're having a great day. This is gonna be really quick what's going down, but it is no secret, or at least it shouldn't be. It's not a secret to me, that the past few years have been incredibly hard over here. I mean, just really, really, really hard. And I have at various points struggled with all kinds of depression and anxiety and panic attacks and all the things. Now, to be fair, I was struggling with this crap anyway, in some regards. Um, but when everything that I knew was taken away from me in an instant, and then spent years in the holding place, in the betwixt of a full-out recovery and miracle, my emotions took it. My mentality, my mental whatever capacity, my emotions, my everything took a hit, and I I really I had to come face to face with the fact that I was no longer who I'd always been, and that my life looked way differently than it always had, and I really wasn't the one who chose for any of the changes that happened to happen. And so I had to, just walk through a really dark season. And I'm still walking through a really hard emotional place. I'm light years better. But, and to look at me, you wouldn't know the emotional pain. But, it's often there. It's been there. And I have to keep it before God because it's always threatening to just level me. I want to talk to people in that same situation or a similar situation where you look around and your life is nothing like the one you used to have or the one that you thought that you should have or would have by now. I am a church girl. I literally, when I would hear people say that they were born in church, I was like, your mom had you in church? I kind of feel like that though. I was given away for adoption as an infant, and I was pretty certain that I was left on the doorsteps of a church because I'm such a church baby. I'm such a church girl. Um, in the church, there's a lot of I don't know that it's always intentional. Well, sometimes it is very intentional. Other times it's just everybody trying to look a certain way. But there's a little bit of unspoken pressure for folks to present as if everything in their world is okay, or that they're going through, a trying time, but great is the Lord, and they've got faith. And there's room for that, and some of that is very, very real. But in my opinion, the saints have not always taken a moment to just be like, this sucks. This whole season sucks. Yes, there is the matter of speaking life over your situation and positive talk and positive thinking and all of that. I mean, for real, that's needed. But I think that we also need to be okay hurting sometimes. Be okay with grief. Be okay with sadness. Be okay with whatever the process is that's going to get you to the other side. We are not just wallowing, as I learned that word when I moved to the South. We're not wallowing in self-pity. We're not just letting it overcome us. We're acknowledging it. the difference, the hard season, the hard space. We're acknowledging that. Don't always feel that you got to be some kind of way that you're not. What I have found is that a lot of times being in a broken place, even though it's not ideal, allows you to relate to someone else that's in a broken place. And because we don't often talk about that or show that part of ourselves, um, folks can feel very isolated when they're going through that. So allow yourself a moment of realness. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta cuss, cuss. If you got just whatever you, and speak life, and read your Bible, and declare the word of the Lord over your life. There are, two things can be true at the same time. And 150 things can be true at the same time. Your situation can bite, and you also have great faith that it's not going to be that way forever. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like you've got to put on airs, as they would say down south. You don't have to be anything that you're not or feel any way that you don't feel at this moment. You're allowed to feel exactly what you're feeling. I mean, and I think we're supposed to feel. We're supposed to acknowledge what we're feeling. I, excuse all that noise. I, a little bit of it was my church girlness. A little bit of it was that I was hiding a whole lot of abuse from people, from everyone. A little bit of it was the performer in me. But I never let anybody know what was going on with me because I thought that doing so would hurt them ultimately. I was strong enough to carry my pain by myself, but they couldn't do it. And they shouldn't be exposed to it because it will take them down. Listen, when I started going to counseling as an adult, I had a couple of counselors cry at the information I told them. They were like, or outwardly mourn, like, God, that's a lot. Now, I'm not entirely sure that they were supposed to, but I think it was kind of good that they did because I got to be spoken to in a deep, real place. Like, they knew all the back stuff, you know what I'm saying? But there's something to feeling like you've got to hold back because you don't want to, whatever your reasons are. I think we might prohibit the furtherance or the furthering of our well-being. So, do y'all hear my brother? Oh, India's back there listening to music or something. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. But just be okay with being where you are. Okay? I am Lizzie Brown, and that's what's going down.